Hello there. I'm David Carrico. My wife Donna and I operate a ministry in Evansville, Indiana. We have spent several years researching various aspects of the occult and have been used by God to lead several occultists to accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. One of the areas of research which we have specialized in is SRA, or Satanic Ritual Abuse. We have a burden to expose the truth about SRA and to help promote understanding for its victims. In this video, I want to share with you several aspects of SRA. We will start by defining ritual abuse. We will find within that definition several elements of satanic ritual abuse as described by survivors. Once we have a working definition, we will look at evidence of its existence. Then we will examine the claims of those who say that satanic ritual abuse does not occur. And finally, we will look at the origins of SRA and how the practice of human sacrifice has been propagated to the present day through the mystery religions. SRA involves crimes against children that are so horrible that many people don't want to believe it exists. I assure you that I don't want to believe it either, but due to the evidence, I have no choice but to acknowledge that SRA is a reality. 4 states have passed laws making the ritualistic abuse of children illegal. A legal definition of ritual abuse can be found in a bill passed by the legislature of the state of Illinois. The law went into effect in January of 1993. The act states that a person is guilty of a felony when he commits any of 7 acts upon a child or in the presence of a child during a ceremony or ritual. A person commits ritual abuse when he 1. Actually or in simulation tortures, mutilates, or sacrifices any warm-blooded animal or human being. 2. Forces ingestion, injection, or other application of any narcotic drug, hallucinogen, or anesthetic for the purpose of dulling sensitivity, cognition, recollection of, or resistance to any criminal activity. 3. Forces ingestion or external application of human or animal urine, feces, flesh, blood, bones, body secretions, non-prescribed drugs, or chemical compounds. 4. Involves the child in a mock unauthorized or unlawful marriage ceremony with another person or representation of any force or deity, followed by sexual contact with the child. 5. Places a living child into a coffin or open grave containing a human corpse or remains. 6. Threatens death or serious harm to a child, his or her parents, family, pets, or friends, which instills a well-founded fear in the child that the threat will be carried out. Or 7. Unlawfully dissects, mutilates, or incinerates a human corpse. Several other states have passed laws concerning ritual abuse of children. The definition in each case is similar. In order to define satanic ritual abuse, we must first identify the nature of Satan. Satan is a fallen angel who wants to usurp the place of God in worship. Isaiah chapter 14, verses 12 through 14, discusses the fall of Satan from heaven when he tried to be like God. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Satan and a third of the angels who followed him were cast out of heaven. They are now commonly referred to as demons rather than fallen angels. Satan commands a host of demons whose nature is identical to his own. 1 Peter 5:8 warns us to be sober, be vigilant, Because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. In his first letter to the Corinthians, Paul wrote, But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God, and I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. Paul knew that all pagan religions worship demons rather than the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Bible. Demonic ritual abuse would involve any ritual abuse which took place in a ceremony which gave praise or worship to one or more demons. We know from Paul's writings that all pagan gods are demons. In warfare, a general is often given credit for the accomplishments of his troops. Since all demons have the same nature as Satan, and Satan is the leader of all demons, satanic ritual abuse includes any ritual abuse which takes place during the praise or worship of any demon or false god. Our working definition of satanic ritual abuse then requires that the ritual abuse occur as part of a ritual which worships Satan, another demon, or any false god. You may be surprised to know that satanic ritual abuse is really not a new problem. God spoke of satanic ritual abuse to Moses in Leviticus chapter 20, verses 1 through 8. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Again you shall say to the children of Israel, Whoever of the children of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn in Israel, who gives any of his descendants to Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from his people, because he has given some of his descendants to Molech to defile my sanctuary and profane my holy name. And if the people of the land should in any way hide their eyes from the man when he gives some of his descendants to Molech, and they do not kill him, then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and I will cut him off from his people and all who prostitute themselves with him to commit harlotry with Molech. Notice here that God speaks not only against those who would sacrifice children to the demon, but also all those who know that the sacrifice is happening and don't try to stop it. Continuing to read, And the person who turns after mediums and familiar spirits to prostitute himself with them, I will set my face against that person and cut him off from his people. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, and be holy, for